YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I have a little bit of a mail call for y'all. So finally a few things have come in the mail, and I have quite a few reviews lined up. They're coming out, and they're not all going to be Swiss Army knives, so don't worry, but I see you guys are enjoying these, so I am picking up a few different models here and there. So let me see how I'm going to organize all of these. First off, I've already shown this one, but I picked up an Esquire in its box. Then I also picked up another Esquire, and this is just an Esquire. I had no box or papers with this one, but this is just one that I wanted to throw in my pocket on days where I just really didn't want to have a huge pocket knife, but I wanted to have something that could probably cut some string, file my nails, and possibly cut some fruit. So there are the two Esquires. The other one I got was an Executive 81. Now it's essentially the same thing as the Esquire, but it's just being produced by Victorinox with the Wenger factory in Delamont. So it's essentially, you would think, the same knife, but they have their differences. So I will have a review coming out and comparing both of those. So this one here, I'll give away this difference. The knife blade actually comes out on the keyring side versus this one being on the opposite side. But this one here, I basically am treating the same way I'm treating the Esquire. It's just something light, something small, but it's not a 58 millimeter. It's a 65 millimeter knife, so it's a little more capable, but still in a very compact package with quite a few tools on it. So there is the Executive 81. And then I have these two. These two came in a lot. I paid 24 bucks for them, so not bad. I've only washed these. I haven't really oiled them or done anything extravagant with them, but these are going to be carry knives. These are going to be something that I'm just going to throw in the pocket. I had discussed that I wanted a Viking that I could knock around and use. The one that I had picked up was in too good of condition for me to justify carrying, so I was able to find this one. Now, I have been led to believe that finding these keyring, I guess, shackles for these Wenger knives, or at least finding these knives with the shackles still on it, is actually quite a difficult thing. I haven't really found that to be the case. These just seem to find me, and I don't mind them. I think they're kind of decorative. However, they do get in the way when you are actually closing the knife. But this one here is a Wenger Viking. It's essentially a Spartan, and it's still got some soap and water on it, so excuse me on that. But it's essentially a Spartan, and I find this to be very, very useful. The clip point is very useful for opening up packages without having to go too deep, and it kind of reminds you of some of the older knives that Victorinox used to make with this small clip point. So it's got everything: cap lifter, can opener, and then only one flathead screwdriver, but it's got the wine opener, corkscrew, and then the awl on the back. So I felt like this was a pretty good deal. Then this one here is just a standard Spartan, and it's not a standard, it's just a standard Spartan. Nothing special about it, and it is a 91 millimeter knife. It's in pretty good condition considering how old it is. I believe this is probably from the late 80s, and for me personally, this is just going to be a beater. I'm just going to carry this one, enjoy it, and use it. It has the older keyring mount, which is actually in just a nickel silver little plate there, but it's a little different. It's a little different. It's got the decorative knurling in the corkscrew, and it's got the sewing eye in the awl. So yeah, this one's a little older, but it's not too old. So got those two in a lot, and then let me see. Yeah, I've still got a few more for you. I got this S101. This is essentially a Viking, according to SAC Wiki, but this is one of the later iterations of what Wenger was producing until they were actually acquired by Victorinox. I have actually cleaned this one up. I polished the scales up. I didn't do anything to the blades, but this is actually using the Wenger style lock. I have explained how this works in a prior video, but you just press down on that and it closes, and then over here you've got that clip blade. Now, I'm still debating if I want to use this one after cleaning it up. I may want to sell it. I just bought it primarily for review purposes and a small little project I have coming up for y'all. But this one I found very, very interesting, and I picked that one up for a pretty penny. But I find that to be a very interesting stage in Wenger's existence. So picked up that one. It's an S101. The S stands for a lock, and I think they called this like a camp lock or something like that, or a pack lock. But it was very interesting. Now I have the and these were just literally washed moments ago. So if you see a bunch of soap and water on them, I am terribly sorry. But I picked up 2 executives, and I mentioned this in a past video, but I picked up 2. One from Hoffritz, and then the other one is a black executive. Now, I am probably going to be carrying this one, only because it's not that old. It's from the late 90s, and it's in pretty rough shape. I mean, the teeth over here are quite used. This blade, the small blade, actually doesn't close all the way, and that's actually a manufacturing error. So the blade kind of sticks up there. So I'm probably going to just use this, file this down just a little bit, and this will be a carry for me. The scissors kind of are gummy. I've tried to oil them just a little bit, but no real luck has been given there. And then the nail file is, well, it's used. So for me personally, I'm probably just going to use this one and throw new scales on it and just keep it as a user. I have my other executive that I have as a user, and both of them are in about the same condition. And unless these things go really up in value, I don't really see a point in selling them, especially in the condition they are. But the one that I was really excited about was this Hoffritz one. The scales are in a little rough shape, and unfortunately, we've got a scratch here in one right there. And then these, sadly, I was hoping these were the ones with the metal inlay, but this is just the hot stamp Hoffritz. And so I'm going to try and lightly polish these out, and I will probably sell this one. But I have to say it's in kind of rough shape. Has a company name on the back there. I can remove that. But the thing that was a little upsetting, kind of sad, was, as I discussed this and opened the wrong tool, let me see here, was that I don't know what formula of steel Victorinox was using back in the day, but this has a little bit of rust spots on it. It's got a rusted tip there, rusted tip on this side. It's got a little bit of rust in the knurling there. Then it's even got some pitting over here on the top of the orange peeler. And it's got some pretty bad rust spots here on the blade. So I don't know if I really want to carry this one. I want to sell it, but then I'm also thinking to myself, those rust spots are pretty bad, and I don't want to remove too much blade to get those out. I could use some rust remover, of course, but I don't know what that's going to do to the rest of this knife. And then we have the small blade. Small blade's in great condition, except for that back end there, just a little bit of rust there. But one of the things that caught my eye when I saw this was actually that it was a pre-75 model. So it's got the smaller leaf spring on there, a single leaf, and it is actually the black leaf spring. So that makes it a little bit older. And yeah, I thought that was a little bit desirable, but it's in a little rough shape. I don't know how I'm going to approach it. The Hoffritz name is definitely a keeper on the front scale there. and I'm just going to have to see what I can do with this. But this is the mail call here, and I've got quite a few more Swiss Army knives coming, but I think this is probably going to be, after this next roundup that's coming, I think this is going to be about it until I get all of these effectively reviewed, and a few of the series that I've got coming up, explaining the history of some of the emblems, the handle scales. I've got a few experiments I want to film. I've got a lot planned. So this coming new year, I've got tons of stuff planned out for y'all, but I just wanted to show you guys what I recently picked up. I know I'm showing a lot of these recent pickups, but these things, you can get these for peanuts if you hunt for them. I mean, heck, I paid $24 for this, and then I got both of these for $14, and then I paid like I paid $14, $15 for this, $8 for that, $9 for that. I mean, it's not a lot of money, and you're going to have a great little collection. So thought you guys would enjoy this, and if you did, let me know in the comments. And if you think I should just carry all of these, just let me know. And if you think no, maybe keep one or two as safe queens, leave your opinions down below. So till the next one, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.